Okay, so in this part of the walkthrough, part 5 of UnitizerBasic version 4.7.1, I'm going to teach you about the program's ability to choose between single-page OCR format and OCR document format, which is where all the pages are put together in one large document. The most common way OCRs are prepared for in summation are as single OCR text files. There is standardly one OCR text file per image file, and they both share the same name except for the file type on the end, of course. So I wanted to show you just kind of a quick peek. Normally when I make OCRs, I put them in an OCR little folder by themselves. How they will end up if they are individual OCRs like this is they will be in the same folder in the end, and you will see them where there will be, because the names are the same. You see how they're the same? So it's, ACE 1 has a TIFF and a text, ACE 2 TIFF and a text. So this is what summation is looking for when you have as the first line of your DII full text page. That means that for each page there's an OCR. Okay, just wanted to show you that. So how you do that in UnitizerBasic, under the mode panel here, you see under OCR single page. Okay, so that is what gives us the default of at full text page. Notice too that you have this space between full text and page. Believe it or not, if you don't have that, it will reject your DII file. Okay, so all you're going to do is one thing of checking the doc, and that's going to change this to full text doc. Same space between here. Notice it's got to be there or summation will reject your DII file. One little out character can wreck everything. That's why it's great to have a program like this, because you don't have to think about it. It just does it right. Okay, so you can change it back and forth even if you have all your records made already. Now you could enter this by hand, but again, I can tell you that I've done that and it looks right, but maybe there's an extra space behind, and it will not work as a load file. So just let the program do it for you, and you will have a perfect load file in the end. So I want to just show you this one thing again. You really want to wait until the end after you've made your DII file before you add in your OCRs. Summation expects to find these OCR text files within the same folder as the images. And that's why it's important to do the OCR process after you finish unitizing. You don't want to create a non-image file error. We've done a lot to prevent this within the program itself, but we believe this is just best practice. If you've received your database from another company or a vendor who created a single OCR doc, then you will need to change the first line to reflect that in the DII. I have to say, from our experience, that these single OCR documents can really present problems with pagination, and we have at some point in our long careers had to sit and manually repaginate and reconfigure these OCR documents so that when you select a record in summation, the OCR text matches the image. Perhaps they've fixed that now, but I haven't seen it fixed up until this point. So it doesn't really matter most of the time, but I would always opt to use single OCR text files in my project. Okay, so we can just reset our project, and that's the basic walkthrough of the interface. And there are other aspects to the program which we will pick up next when we go to the section of the tutorials that cover our file menu items and especially our tools, which you can see here. We have a great many tools, very powerful. Some have won some awards. Our Otter OCR, for example, makes either individual OCR pages, which is what I recommend, or it will sew them together into one document if that's what you prefer. So we'll explain those coming up in future tutorials, and thanks a lot.